All right. Hi there, you guys. This is Jaden here, and it is currently Friday night. And maybe like over 30 minutes ago or so, I just finished watching episode 478 of Naruto Shippuden. And yeah, just so you guys know, I also had already done a thoughts video on this episode. But I decided to redo it because I don't exactly think I did that video justice. And I thought that it might have been kind of rushed too, since, I had to go inside of the house to eat dinner after I recorded this video. So, yeah, I was kind of rushing the video a bit because of that. So, I thought I'd redo this video because I just ate dinner. So, yeah, let's do this video. My thoughts on episode 478 of Naruto Shippuden, which is the episode, just so you guys know, that will be airing on Adult Swim tomorrow night on Toonami right before they air the very first episode of Dragon Ball Z Kai afterwards. Heck yeah. I was going to watch the episode tomorrow along with the first episode of Kai, but I was pretty much too excited to make this video, so I just watched the episode earlier tonight, like, this Friday night, the night before Adult Swim airs it tomorrow night, off my laptop, off my TV. And yeah, here's my thoughts on it. Usual spoiler alert. You guys should already know that by now. Yeah, okay, so what's my overall rating for the episode? I'll give it a 8 out of 10. Not a 9 out of 10, and especially not a 10 out of 10, but an 8 out of 10. Yeah, a big step down from the previous episode, episode 477, which I consider to be a perfect 10 out of 10 Naruto episode, and which I, by the way, had already seen twice this month, both off my laptop, off my TV in my room, and off of Adult Swim on Toonami last Saturday night, because I love that episode so much. I already have it locked on a DVR and all that stuff. And yeah, but this episode right here, a big step down from that. But it's fine. I expected it to be a step down. Not that this episode was bad by any means. No, no. If I thought it was bad, I wouldn't be giving it the 8 out of 10 rating. This was a really good episode. It wasn't really that action packed at all, but I didn't really expect it to be action packed because I know that episode 477 ends with that big Rasengan versus Shidori scene between Naruto and Sasuke, and they end up in really bad condition after that. Like half of one of their arms each is chopped off, and there's like blood flying everywhere. And yeah, Naruto and Sasuke are like laying on the ground next to each other after that brutal fight, looking up at the sky, talking to each other, and falling asleep throughout the whole night where they had that fight. And they wake up the next morning. And yeah, most of this episode though was spent on flashbacks of Naruto and Sasuke's past. And yeah, this was still a really good episode though. It wasn't really that action packed at all, but I didn't really expect it to be. This was still a really good episode. There was like all sorts of flashbacks going on in the episode. There was also a shitload of dialogue going on between Naruto and Sasuke. And yeah, there were a lot of flashbacks in the episode, like I just said. Probably my favorite type of flashback in the episode, it would probably be this one scene where they showed flashbacks of Sasuke and Itachi in like a red color scheme screen. I did really like that. They were showing Sasuke and Itachi's flashbacks of their childhood, Itachi being on Sasuke in part one Naruto, and the big fight they had way earlier in Naruto Shippuden. I did really like how they were showing those flashbacks and a red color scheme screen, and they also showed Itachi confessing to Sasuke, admitting that he'll always love him and that he was a good guy all along. Yeah, I think my favorite flashback scene in the episode would either be that red color scheme screen scene or that scene later in the episode where they show flashbacks of Naruto's character growth throughout the entirety of like part one and part two Naruto. And yet they have Naruto give the speech with inspirational music playing in the background. I did really like that scene too. And another thing I found interesting about the episode, by the way, I didn't talk about this in the original thoughts video, so I'll talk about it right here. Something I found really interesting about this episode is the fact that earlier in the episode, they showed reanimated flashbacks of part one Naruto. Like you see reanimated flashbacks of Naruto in like more modernized 2010s animation style, like an animation style like that. But later in the episode, they show like they recycle footage from part one Naruto with the normal part one Naruto design. So yeah, I found it pretty interesting to see those two types of animation styles for part one Naruto in the same episode. I thought that was pretty interesting. And yeah, overall, this was a really good episode. My favorite part of it would be, I don't know what my favorite part of it would be. Maybe one of the scenes where they don't show flashbacks and they just show Naruto and Sasuke talking to each other, having an emotional conversation together as they gaze up into the sky. And it even ends with Sasuke crying at the second half of the episode and all that. It was a really emotional. I think my favorite scene in the episode would be like a three-way fight between one of those scenes of Naruto and Sasuke laying down next to each other, looking up at the sky, that flashback scene I was talking about earlier with Sasuke and Itachi, and that other flashback scene I was talking about earlier with Naruto's character growth and that speech he gives. And yeah, I really like this episode. This was a really very good episode. Still definitely not the best episode of Naruto. Yeah, it was a big step down from episode 477, but I don't care. I still thought it was a very good episode. It deserves the 8 out of 10 rating. I don't exactly think it gets a 9 out of 10 rating. I don't think it's that good of an episode, but I think 8 out of 10 is fair enough for it. I'll probably still lock it off the DVR for Roku tomorrow night. And even if I don't, at least I'll still have the entire Naruto versus Sasuke final battle on the DVR. Locked, making sure it doesn't get deleted from too much space on the DVR. Yeah, still a really good episode. Had great flashbacks in it, had great dialogue in it, had great music in it, and yeah, I don't really know what else there is to say about the episode apart from like maybe it's great that Adult Swim will be airing this episode tomorrow night on Toonami, and I'll have the chance to lock it on the DVR. And that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. What do you guys think of episode 478 of Naruto Shippuden, the first episode after Naruto and Sasuke's big final battle against each other? You can let me know in the comment section down below if you want. And with all this being said, that's it for this video, you guys. Have a good night, and thank you all for watching this video.